Hello, it's the Degenerate Sheep here with another death review. This time I'm playing Bart again. This was one like that horrible streak that I've had where I won only one game in 12 ranked games, playing on tilt, autopiloting, just playing under unoptimal, suboptimal circumstance, and it showed. I made a lot of mistakes, but in this game I still managed to start out well, and then I feel like I've played my team fights horribly, but you know, that is something we'll be looking into because I managed to die 6 times the game. So let's just move on and try to see what went wrong in these games. So the first play that I have is happening right after the situation where we take a fight in which the enemy is outnumbered. So it's actually quite a good fight for us. We managed to kill 3 of them. And something's gonna happen, so let's see, because I don't remember what exactly happened. Wait, I'm not on the thing. We're pushing it out, I think. We're trying to get some extra plates. There is no dragon, so there's no chance for us to take a dragon. We want to go maybe for this plate, some juicy golds, you know. Let's see what happens, So we start out going for the plates. Isana decides to go hard on us. Okay, yes. It's a bit of a special, it's a bit of a special situation where we try to get some juicy plays, but we don't see. I don't think we're seeing the. No, we don't see the Lissandra at all. Still pushing 3v1 because we know there's only one top laner, and they shouldn't be actually close because there's not enough time. So Lissandra is here alone. But I think maybe while snared I should try not to, I think I should not try to damage her, because what happened is I damaged her during the snare and then she proceeded to just ult me, which means I'm actually gonna get CC'd while taking turret aggro, and this is what happens. I'm just gonna get destroyed here if that happens, especially since I'm squishy. I don't run any, I ran Merc turrets because of their CC. So if I decide to just not damage her here, I think everything's fine. But me damaging her means that I will be taking tower shots. In the end we still trade for her, but it seems like I could have just waited. Till I got out of the CC and I might have had a chance to survive. If she had ulted someone else, then, you know, I would still be fine. But I think here I need to especially watch out when snare to not just, you know, automatically go for turret aggro, especially against an aftershock champ. Because if we see she has aftershock, she gets the snare off right here. She gets a snare, she takes the aftershock, I cannot even damage her right then. I think I should just wait, and if I wait, everything's gonna be fine. So moving on, this is actually, it's just a little bit of impatience that generally, if I wait a little bit longer, everything's gonna be fine. Alright, so let's move on to the next death. So this death is actually quite interesting. So what we're going to do is we see bot lane out of position, and we're going to go and you know, and goon them, you know, show them that they're better than this, and they shouldn't be out of position. I brain lag and just decide to give up my flash for free, just sacrifice it to the solo queue gods. And then what happens is we're getting TP'd on, right? So the Vi is going to a bit far, we're getting TP'd off. The Fiora does a beautiful riposte on my stun of the minion, and then follows me inside the portal right into my tower and decides to trade 1-for-1. So this is actually a funny spot, where the Fiora decided to waste an enormous amount of resources for no reason. But this flash, man, come on, look at this. This is just what the hell was I doing, man? I was severely underbuilt or something. I was seeing ghosts. But okay, let's look if we can do anything about this TP. So she comes out. We prepare the stun. We prepare the stun for the minions, but she's smarter than us, gets us. There's absolutely nothing we can do against it. We're stunned, so the only escape route that we see is to our tower, and she follows. Maybe when we look at this TP that's incoming, let's look. Maybe we can just back away, because we keep ourselves very close here, but if we just start bailing immediately, then we do not have to die. On the other hand, okay, especially since the Rengar actually wasn't that strong, it's not that, like, it's very possible for this Fiora to just 1v2 us here. So actually taking this fight is, you know, we could have played it on the safe side and just not taken this fight. We already got our kill. We can just back off, set up for Dragon. There's so many, you know, decent plays that we can make. But in that case, you know, we decide to actually take way too long before we back off, and then in the end, yeah, in the end we go for the, like, for the only play that we can make anymore, that is left for us to make, and it's just portaling into tower and giving everybody a lot more assists. You know, like, it's not that the result is a bad thing, but it feels like it was very unnecessary to do so. I didn't need to die there. I could have just backed off and went to ward, you know, and then see what happens, you know. But on the other hand, you know, I think all in all this is I think all in all it's just, you know, the Fiora just played that really well, because if she gets stunned there, then actually we might just destroy her anyway, or we'll have an easier escape route because she can't stun me neither. She can't stun me anymore. But I think we could have just gone for a safe play, just, you know, be safe, chill a bit, you know. But after 5 losses, maybe chilling is not what we want. So okay, so let's move on to the next set. So let's look at what happens in the third set. I think we see the Fiora alone and we decide to give her the old goon. So it's 3 of us, you know, we can go on her. We see that Lissandra is mid, so at most there can be 4 people, but I think we somehow knew that there wasn't going to be a 5th guy. Absolutely missed my ult, and then I'm thinking that Fiora is dead, so I go for a Sona, and for some reason I keep going for a Sona instead of just backing off like the other players in my team. But in the end, what happens is I get fucking destroyed, and the Sona, and then the Vi actually cleans up. But this is a really messy team fight. And another thing is actually that if we look back at the beginning of that, so, you know, deciding to do the goon is fine because, you know, we stop her split pushing and all, and they're not really achieving anything on the map. But there's also nothing for us to take from this, so if we kill her, we gain absolutely nothing except maybe some map pressure. So I think just going for his kill and backing off is fine, because engaging in a pointless fight like this right here, the moment that she's dead, we can just end this fight and everything's gonna be fine. We can just back off, chill, you know. But we end up, there's actually not that much that we gain from this, you know. Maybe we can push out. But as you see, like, these are things that are coming back when I'm tilted. I overchase when I'm autopiloting, when I'm tilted. When I look at these games after a few losses, I see this happening a lot, where instead of, you know, doing what's right, I start chasing for kills for no reason. And if the Vi hadn't bailed me out here with 2 more kills, this would have gone. This could have been just, you know, a free death. Like, I'm just being an idiot here. But the Vi is just so strong at this point. It doesn't matter, but still, you know, there was so much more we could have done with the time. Back off, create map pressure. There's always something to do instead of chasing kills. And this is one of the examples where, of course, there was absolutely not necessary to keep going like that. Although it seems like the map was already. We could have had some vision here or something, but then we would have run immediately into the people that were trying to save her. If you look at it, yeah, I don't know. It feels like a very unnecessary fight in general. Maybe stopping the goon is fine, but that's it, you know. We already create pressure by dragging them all down for no reason. So yeah, just not chasing, just take the goal of killing the split pusher, pick him off and just reset, you know, get some breathing room, put down some more wards. Chasing for kills is, you know, is just wasting time, especially if it's done in such a stupid fashion. So moving on, you know, this is something to look out for in the future. Let's go to the next step. Oh, so this is an awkward spot, to be honest. So what I see myself is just ulting 3 of these players, stunning 2, everybody dashes out. This whole team fight just turns into a shit show, and in the end it seems that we're completely outnumbered. So it's pretty obvious what happened here, right? It's pretty obvious what happened here, and we let it happen. You know, this is the mistake we're making. We're just getting destroyed here, and we're just taking it. We're letting it happen because we are not, you know, we are not realizing that we're making a mistake from the moment this fight starts. So if you look at it, we're defending, you know, the bot lane a little bit, but think about it. Echo is top, and Rengar already died, right? If we pause here, when this engage is starting, you know, these people shouldn't have been doing this in the first place, but when this engage is starting, Echo is top. Rengar, you know, got destroyed by Fiora. You know, he's counting sheep right now on the respawn zone, on the fountain. So what happens here is they naturally decide to engage because because of course there's only 2 people here, so we managed to clip a lot of them. And actually what we could do here is just throw the stun out, or maybe walk up, create a portal, but just try to like have this foot in the door approach like I discussed in one of the earlier videos, where we're not compromising position, we're just trying to do this fight without, you know, on the safe side, just stay next to the Lucian who is fed and try not to give up your position unless we have a clear advantage in doing so. But instead of that, we're tilted, we're greeding for kills, you know, we're a sheep foaming at the mouth because, you know, we haven't won a game in so long because we've been doing plays like this for 12 games. And we compromise our position here. Here is pretty obvious that I'm in the middle of this fight. Lucian is not compromising position, which is actually the play that we should have done because we were outnumbered. And what happens is, of course, that there's a way back for this Lucian, but there's no way back for me anymore because, you know, the Fiora's already behind my ass, and I'm actually, you know, I'm screwed here. If I had maybe tried not to compromise my position, stand next to the Lucian, the only person that we would have lost would be the Vi. And maybe this actually this tower is still defendable, so I don't know. I actually didn't really get much of it, but it seems like we died for nothing there because there was nothing to gain from that situation. So yeah, it is just something that we really have to work on, because this is like the 4th hit in this game, and 3 of them are just pure greed and just stupid decisions. So yeah, definitely need to work on not, you know, on not playing too many solo queue games in a row, especially for losing, as that seems to affect our decision making a lot. And this is something that definitely, when I'm more clear-headed, I would have been able to spot, because as well, not maybe, you know, the fight itself, but like the position-wise, like not compromising position here would have been the clear better play, I think. So, you know, let's move on to the 5th hit. Ah yes, look at this. This one is a classical solo queue beauty. This one, probably recognizable in anyone's games. Look at this. We're deciding to take this beautiful 2v4 fight because, you know, we don't have anything better to do because we're griefing, but we don't notice that we're griefing. We think, you know, we're just being unlucky because this is 6th game in a row that we're losing. But Jesus, man, that is such a stupid fight. So yeah, definitely if you look at it, it's obvious. First off, we're running and we don't know what we're doing. But then both of us are just so, you know, we're so overextended, knowing that we have one player top lane and one player coming out of base. I mean, after clearing the wave, we shouldn't be even clearing this wave here. There's no reason for us to be here. And there's no reason for me to abandon this guy like that. I should have just abandoned him here, where I know that he's making a mistake and he's being an idiot. But I decide to, you know, be just as stupid as him and, you know, lose my life with him. We'll probably just wait at this tower. That's the only, you know, correct play right now. We have already warded Dragon, we have vision control, so this is definitely okay for us. Yeah, I mean, trying to, we really have to start working on avoiding these spots. This is not gonna net us any LP. This is gonna lose us a lot of LP if we keep doing that. So a pretty standard, stupid decision to, you know, to actually still go in and help a player that is already dead. So anyway, let's move on to the last hit. Yeah, let's look at this last hit. Let's see what happened here. So we're taking the fight. I flash in and I decide to, you know, flash in right into the Sona ult. And this is just a shit show where everything is happening. What are we trying to do? And what is happening here? We don't have a chance. And then we look at this and we know already what the problem is. We're fighting without a AD carry, which is actually the only fed member on the team. Deco as well, but we're fighting without one of our fed members. And managed to turn this fight into a shit show, so yeah, of course we're going to end this fight. This is stupid, but I don't know. Let's look at that. Let's look at the start of that fight again, because I'm the one flashing forward. I'm the one compromising position for no reason, right? I can ping them back, but I'm not communicating because I'm tilted, probably. Definitely a working point. So let's see what happens here. It's Echo going hard, right? I flash for no reason, and then of course this fight is like full on starting here. And of course this is gonna go badly because they have all their players and we are missing a key figure on our team. So yeah, definitely, yeah, definitely. Like we should have picked that back way sooner, but we did not. We did not ping that out way sooner. So already know that. Yeah, so he's gonna get us clipped in the end. But to be honest, it's when I looked at this game and I thought I was doing well, and I just lost because I got an unlucky. But there's nothing more far from the truth than that. It's just I'm playing absolutely horrible. Jesus, what am I doing? Well, it's very clear to me that when I'm my 6th game in, I'm just not myself anymore. I'm definitely autopiloting, definitely not communicating as much as I want, greeding for fights, not especially without looking at the map first. So we actually know that this is a working point for in the future. And with that, I just like to end the video and thank you for watching.